Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time to stop by and visit and check out my video. And we are here in career mode for race 2 with the Nissan GTR, and of course I'm at Brands Hatch. And like I said, I didn't qualify so well in this one, 7th, so it's going to be interesting to see if I can at least pass a few cars and try to get up a little farther up. Especially in a short race, it's going to be tough. It's pretty much an all-out sprint, and there is a pit stop. So, of course, I got it on the short distance as far as the career. You got short, medium, and long, and I picked the short, and made a few little tiny adjustments to the setup, which we'll check the setup after the race to see how it went as far as the wear, and of course, I will post the link for the setup to race 1, and the race 1 link is the same as this one. So since I do both races before I post any of them up, the link will be the same for both race 1 and race 2, so that way it's the latest and the best setup. So let's get this thing started.
Going double file.
Oh, a bunch of Lamborghinis over there on that left side.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs. Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
All right.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
That was a tough pass there. Whoops.
Well done, mate.
got a better lap here, but I think I'm catching him.
Well done, mate. That's not fastest lap.
A good lap for me in the Nissan. I mean, it's not terrible.
Well done, mate. This is me, your personal best.
Tires don't look too bad. A little bit hot. Dang it.
Main window is opening.
Hope I have a better pit stop here than I did my multiplayer. That was awful. Oh, really? He's got to be right in my spot. See how they made him invisible, though? That was one of the updates. Instead of having to park inside of him, you know, they just make him invisible. I mean, that makes it okay. Makes it a little bit easier. That's for sure. At least it was at least I come in here okay, not too bad.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Class leader is pitting now.
Alright. Woohoo!
We are halfway through. Keep pushing.
I love that car in front of me. I love the AMG, and I love that blue. That blue color on there is really pretty with the 88. Almost like all the colors 88 has.
Fastest lap of the race. Great job, man.
Right. Woohoo!
The window is now closed. Warning for exceeding track limits.
on, GTR. Flash him.
Gaining on the car heading sector 2.
Ah, too deep. I'm pushing really, really hard. Guess those things I did helped because it's definitely better. I mean, I'll be honest, it's a little bit more of a handful. You got a little bit drive it a little more, but it is faster. Thank you, Joe Blow. The calculator's working great. Yeah, I mean, again, one of my questions was, can I have, is it still fun? It's still fun. I'm having a good time. Barely caught the grass.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
Can't believe I did the same thing. Just driver error there.
Leaders on final lap.
Yeah, just driver error. See what kind of time I can run on this last lap. I like a car you got to drive a little bit. I don't mind that. No way it's going to be fast. Getting that section wrong back there for some reason.
Leader has finished the race. Excellent job, mate. P3, you're on the podium. Now bring it back home safe.
Right. Professionalism 1,000 and overtake machine 250. Yeah, I mean I come from 7th up to 3rd. I'm real happy with that. I really could have had a chance for 2nd, but it still would have been tough. That would have been a tough pass at AMG. Man, that thing's hard to pass around here, especially. It would have been a real, you know, kamikaze type thing trying to get in there to do that. So I don't know if that would have happened, but I should have been able to stick with them. But there's just too many driver errors on that. But I'm really happy with the outcome. I love his helmet over there on the AMG. That's a cool helmet. All right. So we got 3rd. And timetables. A lot of outs. Little mess ups. That's where they get all these 25s. The last lap was a 24.84, so I mean that's really not bad, really. And there's a 10th there. I could have gone down to a 24.17 or something like that in the teens. I would have had that with that. So happy with that. Let's check the let's see. They're not letting you go to the. Might have to redo this here. It's not. Let me record this. Save this. I guess they're not going to. So I'll end up having to go to. You can't even check your tires. So I wanted to check the tires to see, but they won't let you go to your setup afterwards. So that stinks. So I'm going to do this just to show you the setup. So I guess I'll have to show it in the beginning. So I'll do that from now on. I wanted to show it at the end because that way it would show the wear on the tires. But I guess they won't let you do that. So can't do that. So I'll show you this anyway because a lot of people like seeing this. This is how they copy the setup down. The left front is 25.5. Left rear was 25.8. And the right front and rear were 27. The toe was negative 0.1. And the camber was negative 3.8 on the left front and negative 3.7 on the right front. And the caster was 17.4. The toe was 0.14 on the rear with the camber at negative 2.7 on the left rear and negative 2.6 on the right rear, which I did adjust the toe a little bit on the rear in between races. Electronics were 3 and 5. Fuel, I only had 41 liters because that's all I needed. So I did knock a little fuel off of it. Because like I said, you can't give them anything, and that's I had enough to get to the end, and that's all you need. Mechanical, 7 on the anti-roll bar, 58 on the brake bias. Steering ratio is all the way down. The springs on the front were 166,000 with a 1200 bump stop rate and a 1 bump stop range. And the springs in the rear was 126,000 with a 600 bump stop rate and a 6 bump stop range. The anti-roll bar was 3, and the big thing I did was knock the diff. The diff I knocked probably in half. I knocked it. I forget what it had, but I think it was 80, 70 or 80, and I knocked it down to 40. Kept going. I went down, and I think it helped a lot. Uh, the shocks are 23, 16, 26, and 30, and on the rear they're 17, 14, 25, and 30. Aero, I did adjust this also a little bit. A 58 in the front and 65 in the rear with a 4 rear wing and a 4 and a 3 and a brake ducts. Front aero variation is negative 0.7. So I did adjust that one up on both of these. One up in the front and one up in the rear. I think it was one up in the rear. Again, just trying to get some more ground clearance instead of not hitting so hard on some of the bumps and and things like that. But I think it worked really well because that surprised me running that good of a time. I know it was lower on fuel, but still, I didn't even think, even with lower fuel, I didn't think it would run a low 24. So I'm pretty happy with that, really, with the GTR. And again, I mean, does it answer my question? Is it fun? Yeah, it was fun. I had, I mean, it was fun. I really enjoyed that. Even after having ACC for a year, I still had a really good time racing, and still dialing in setups for whatever car, depending upon obviously, there's so many cars that you can pick. Um, I mean, it was some good racing. I enjoyed that. So I sure hope that you enjoyed it, and I sure hope you enjoyed the setup. And again, this setup, I'll put the link on the first race also in the description, so it'll be the same setup. And I sure hope you come back and join me again. And please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do that and share if you can share. It really helps with the YouTube stuff and getting other people to see the channel and to help the channel out. I really would appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the bell. And I sure hope you come back soon. See ya.